Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to today's live.
Yes.
Special guest in the house. She is pumped up and ready, as you can see. It's gonna be an awesome time. It's gonna be an awesome time.
Yes, it is.
While you're all joining, we are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube as well. Let's keep sharing and inviting on today's topic. We are going to be talking about home buying for beginners, what every family really should know about buying a property.
Yeah.
So let's keep sharing, and if you're just joining us, please, if you're tuned in, please say hi. Hello, would love to hear from you.
Hi,
Our viewers out
everybody.
there, welcome,
Yes.
welcome. Let's give a few more minutes to join before I introduce my beautiful guest for today. Awesome. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Welcome.
Yay. Welcome, beautiful people. We're glad to have you on.
Yes. All right. At some point, many of us say, I want to buy a home. One, but then, reality sets in
Mm,
and you start thinking, where do I even start from? Where do I
right,
begin?
right.
How much do I need? What is my credit looking like?
Yeah.
Is this the right time with everything going on, within the country, within the states, on the global level as well?
Yeah.
Inflation, what if I make a mistake? What if
Yeah.
I lose my job? And
All very valid points.
instead of moving forward,
Yeah.
we pause. We
Mm,
wait, we wait. And we wait not because we don't want it. We want the property. We want to be homeowners, but because you don't feel you're fully prepared.
yeah.
But what if you don't need everything figured out today? But what if you just need the right guidance,
Exactly.
the right person to kind of give you a step by step guide? I'm reminded of a scripture in the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 3 to 4. And it reads, True wisdom, a
Mm,
house is built, and by understanding, it is established.
mm,
And that's what today is all about.
mm.
That's what this conversation really is all about. Not just buying a house, but building it the right way,
Yeah.
buying it, acquiring it the right way.
Yeah.
We're here to give you the wisdom and make you, give you the full understanding, step by step, guiding you through the process.
Yeah.
Again, welcome to this today's live. And if you're new here, my name is Coach Lola Owokoniran. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where my mission really is to empower you to build wealth, leave a legacy, and to live purposefully. And if you're already part of this community, thank you for showing up
Yes.
and doing the work week after week, for the thumbs up, for the likes, for the shares, for the love. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for the comments, the feedbacks. I truly appreciate it. And if you're watching this live or you're watching this as a replay, please do what to hit the like button. Share
Yeah.
this with someone you care about and subscribe so we can grow this community together.
Ex-
Because when we move together, we grow together, we win together, we
Yeah.
succeed together. And if you're yet to subscribe, please do what to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss a conversation like this. Every week, we come on here every Monday with interesting topics to help you along your financial journey. Okay. So let's do well to stay engaged on today's conversation. It's the month of April and it's the month of financial literacy. This is
Mm,
the focus of today,
yeah.
of this month. And one of the biggest financial decisions most people will ever make in their life, especially here in the US, is buying a home.
Absolutely.
It's a big thing. But here's the reality that we face today. Many people are earning income but don't feel confident buying a property. We're scared
Yeah.
of the unknown.
Mhm.
We are interested. We like good things. We all like good things,
Yeah.
you know. But to take that bold step, we need that person to a trusted person to guide us.
Absolutely.
Why my guest speaker here is a very great guide to help you along that journey. Many families delay home ownership because they feel unsure,
Yeah.
unclear. They don't have the clarity around it. And some people jump in too quickly, making costly mistakes that
Absolutely.
really are too late to fix later on. According to recent housing data, over 70% of first time home buyers say they felt unprepared during the process.
Mhm.
That tells you and I something.
Yeah.
It's not just about the money, it's about understanding and
Yeah.
having a strategy to help you along the way. Today, I'm not having this conversation alone. As you can see, I'm joined by someone who brings both experience, real life experience, day in, day out,
Hmm.
and knowledge. Her name is Koyin Coleman. She is an Atlanta Metro Realtor with over 20 years of local experience. She brings a strategic, data driven approach, which we all need in today's
Yes.
economy. And she's known for helping her clients make confident decisions
Yes.
when buying, selling, or investing in real estate. So, for my investors out there, she's your go to.
Yay.
Point. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly
Thank
appreciate
you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Number one, I just want to say thank you so much for this platform, for helping our people be financially literate. Like that is, if you talk to majority of the people,
you.
one of their biggest dreams or one of their biggest goals is financial freedom,
Yes.
right? And a lot of times people just don't know how to acquire
Mhm.
financial wisdom, right? So this is a platform that is so needed.
Thank you.
And thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. I'm so excited. And hi, everybody.
Awesome. I told you she has the right energy for this forum. So guys, let's make sure that we are ready with our questions. We are
Yes,
ready with our questions.
yes.
Thank you so much, Coin. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you. And
taking
I
the
just wanted one thing I
time
wanted to say. I'm not saying I have 20 years of experience in real estate. I have 20 years of experience locally. I have been
locally.
in Atlanta for 20 years and I know the area, and more than also having a realtor that has knowledge
Mhm.
about the field, but also having local knowledge, being able to guide you through what area are good for schools. And it goes a very long way. So I just wanted to kind of clear that up a little bit. Hello. Hi, hi, hi.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes,
Hello to everyone. Thank you for
yes.
joining. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
clarifying that. Thank you for clarifying that. So she
Absolutely.
has expertise in real estate, like she
Yes,
said. Most especially if you're based in Atlanta, she's your
absolutely.
go-to person.
Yeah, if you're looking to migrate to Atlanta, let me tell you, Atlanta is booming. So if you guys are looking to migrate to Atlanta,
Mhm.
call me, call me, call me.
Yes.
Because, like you said, a lot of people, when you were talking in the beginning, a lot of people don't make a move because analysis paralysis, right? You overthink yourself out of, and it's scary, right? Like you said, this is one of the biggest investments that you ever probably make in your lifetime,
Yes.
right? You want to make sure that you have the right person holding your hand through it, through
Yes.
every stage,
Yes.
so it's so important. I was listening on a live today, and this lady was talking about, she was working with a buyer, a
Mhm.
buyer's agent. Sorry, I'm not going to go too long, but she
That's
was
fine.
talking about how they missed, the buyer and her buyer's agent missed the due diligence period. And I'm going to tell you what the due diligence period is, right? And now that buyer is going to lose their earnest money,
I
right?
totally
Because
agree.
their agent dropped the ball on something. So it's so important for you to make sure that you're paired with the right person. A lot of times, a lot of us want to put in emotions. My
Mm.
sister is a
Mm.
realtor. my uncle is, and so you want to go with that, but you really need to vet, is this person really going to guide me through this process and make sure that they literally have my best interest at heart. So I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. No, we don't want you quiet. This
No,
show
won't be
is for
quiet
you right
today.
here. This show is for you. For everyone watching, her contact details and booking link are in the description section of this video. If you're live on YouTube, it's all downloaded there. I'll make sure I put it on the chat as well. If you're serious about taking that next step, either you're a new home buyer or you are ready to, upgrade or downgrade, connect with her after this.
Please,
Make
I'm
sure you
ready to
connect
help
with
you.
her. Either
Yeah.
way, a current homeowner willing, ready to upgrade or downscale, talk
Or
to her.
even if you want to sell, right? You're looking to sell your home and you want somebody that can literally give you the comps and
Mhm.
go over
Yeah.
comparative analysis of what's going on in your neighborhood.
Yes.
Contact me. I do the research. I
Beautiful.
make sure you're in good hands. So,
Yes, which
yeah,
is very important. So,
absolutely.
Coin, let's start simple. I'm eager
Okay.
to hear that story, that situation with that client, with that individual. But for someone who is a complete beginner,
Yes.
we're thinking people that have been living in apartments
Yeah.
or renting
Yeah.
or leasing, or a fresh graduate out of school,
Yeah.
someone who is ready to buy. Walk us through the home buying journey today. What
Okay.
should they expect from start to finish?
So I always say the first thing is contact the agent, right? Let's sit down, let's talk, let's go over where are you currently. A lot of times, a lot of people just want to jump out and start searching for homes. That's like step number 3 or 4,
Hmm.
right? First, sit down, let's go over where are you at? Where are you at financially, right? Have you gotten any pre-qualifications? Have you gotten any pre-approvals, right? And now let me just break down. A lot of times people are like, oh, I have a pre-qualification. Pre-qualification just means you spoke to a loan officer, you spoke to a lender, and they kind of just took some numbers down and kind of gave you an estimate of, okay, this is what you should be approved for. But when you actually get a pre-approval, they actually run some, some preliminary, they ask you for more information. It's more concrete, right? So I always first like to sit down with my clients, have a good understanding of what are they looking for. And then I want to plug them in with a trusted loan officer. I want them to get that pre-approval. And
Yeah.
that pre-approval, I'm not necessarily wanting them to get it so that we'll maximize whatever that number is. Like, let's say they got a pre-approval for 400,000.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that they can afford 400,000. Right? So I like to break down, what does 400,000 look like? Right? It's not just that monthly payment. I want you to understand that maybe you have HOAs. I want you to understand insurance. I want you to understand taxes. I want you to understand what escrow is. I want you to understand what earnest money is. So I really want my clients to understand, like, okay, this is what it looks like. What number are you comfortable with netting per month? How much at the end of the day do you want your mortgage, insurance, title, all of that stuff, HOA? How much do you want to spend per month? And that way we're able to then, once we're locked and loaded with financial information, then we can go out and start shopping for homes.
Got it.
Right? When you shop for homes before you even have your finances laid out, then what you end up doing is you're looking at houses that you maybe can afford, maybe you can't even afford the house. You have no idea. And now you're getting emotionally connected to a home that you might not even be able to buy. Right? And you see the home and you're like, oh my God, Coin, I really love this home. I want this home. Now we have to start the entire financial process, which then delays from you putting in an offer. Right? But if we have a lot of those things before we even get out and start shopping, the minute you see that home and you love that home, we're able to put in an offer right away. The sellers takes our offers as valid, as good, because we have the money. Right? But when you go start shopping, you have no idea. They don't take you seriously. So even your offer is like, where's the money? Show me the money. Show me the money. So yeah, so that's one thing I like to do with my clients is I like to sit down with them, get a good understanding, and then I want to get a pre-approval. Once we get the pre-approval, we can go out and start shopping. Now, once we're shopping, I'm patient with people. I understand this is not an easy process. Now, there's some people, literally, you show them 2 houses and they're like, boom, this is it. Done. Let's go. There's some people that, they may need to see 10 houses before they make that decision, right? But the further you start going now, you want to see 30 houses now. Let's bring this, let's bring it in. You know what I'm saying? What is it that we're looking for? Let's have a solid plan on what we want to do. Right. But I'm very patient with my buyers. I understand that this is not a decision that you make every day. And it's going to take a while sometimes before you find that perfect house. So once they actually find the house that they love and they put in an offer, then we have to start going into what we call inspection period. Right. In that inspection period, usually you either have a 10-day due diligence is what they'll call it, or you have maybe a 14-day due diligence, 7-day due diligence, just depending on how strong you want your offer to be. A sweet spot is that 10 days, right? Do a 10-day due diligence, and then we start looking for the inspector that's going to come out and look for the home. What a lot of first-time home buyers don't know is you are the one responsible for that cost. Right. But I'm going to help you find an inspector. Right. And we'll select the inspector together. I have preferred inspectors that I use that I know that they're reliable and that know that they're going to give us the report within the time. Remember, we're working with a 10-day window. Right. So I want an inspector that at least I want an inspector that with this at least 5 days. If once I get it out, you're out, I want to see my report like quickly. So that way we can figure out if there are any repairs that the seller has to fix. That if there's anything that the seller has to fix, we can address it within our 10-day window. Right. So our due diligence, once everything is ordered, paid for, I sit down with my buyers, we look over it, and we see what repairs do we need to address with the seller. We'll go to the seller and say, hey, this is what it is. And either the sellers are going to fix it, or maybe they'll give us a credit, or maybe they're going to adjust the initial price where we were at. It just depends. This is where negotiation comes in. Because I don't want my buyer to be responsible for damage they didn't cause. And I don't want my buyer to get into a house and then they start finding out all these things that's damaged. So one thing I never let my buyers do, we're not skipping inspection. Right? You saw that a lot in that 2022 market, 2021, when everybody was just like, oh, don't worry about inspection. I'll buy the house. Anyway, we're not doing it. If we can help it, we're not doing it. If we have to do a less amount of due diligence, we have to do a 7-day, we just need somebody that can get out there, order the inspection, be quick with it. Anyway, once that is done and we're good in due diligence, a lot of times you also have maybe financing contingency, which will work with the lender. We need to make sure that the lender can approve the loan.
Okay.
Right. So a lot of times I'll do either a 10-day financing contingency, maybe 14 days, 21 days, just depend on what the situation is, because everybody's situation is different. So you have to address it accordingly. Right. So with the financing contingency, I'll partner with the lender, see how many days is good. How long do you think you need to approve this person? I'm working with one right now and she's like, all I need is 10 days. Their credit is good. I don't need that much time. I got you. Right. So it just kind of depends. While financing contingency is going, the lender is going to order an appraisal. Again, who's responsible for the appraisal? My buyer.
Buyers.
The buyers are responsible for paying the appraisal. The lenders are going to order it. So it's a little different from the inspection where the buyer is the one who ordered the inspection. So the appraisal, the lender is going to, and then you're going to see that on the closing costs, right? The funds will have to be paid by the buyer. The appraisal is coming out there and they want to make sure that the amount that they're giving you for the loan is what the home is worth. Over, you either you're equal to or you're over. When you're under, then now you're might have to come out of the pocket a little bit more, right? That's when negotiation come back. You could then take that appraisal and go to the seller and say, hey, it ain't appraised, right? Let's talk. Let's work this out. Negotiation. This is where negotiation comes in. This is where you need somebody that can literally hold your hand through the entire process.
Got it.
So if the appraiser is good, financing contingency is good,
Mm-hmm.
and the loan officer starts working, and we're waiting to make sure that everything is looking good. Another part is title insurance. A lot of times there are titles on these homes, right? So title insurance is another responsibility of the buyer, right? So there's a lender title insurance and there's an owner title insurance. The lender's title insurance is really going to protect the lender,
Okay.
meaning if anything comes back after closing on the title, let's say
Mm-hmm.
they missed something, there's some kind of lien on the title, something was missed,
Mm-hmm.
the lender is protected.
Got
So I
it.
always tell my buyers, hey, also get your own owner title insurance.
Mm.
It's a one-time fee that you pay, but it protects you for the life of that loan,
Mm.
right? In case anything was to come up, it protects you. Um, from having any of those issues. So if titling is good, appraiser is good, we get the clear to close, we go do our evaluation, make sure that everything that the seller said they were going to repair, we'll do
Mm-hmm.
that in like 2 days. We'll do like a walkthrough, a final walkthrough, make sure any repairs that they needed to do is done, make sure everything is intact, the home looks the way that you expect it to look, and then we get to that closing table.
Mm.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yay! That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to get to the closing table, right?
Yes.
It's fun to put in an offer. It's fun to go look at a house. But the
Mhm.
main goal is we want to get to the closing table. That's
Yes.
when you get your keys, and that's when all the magic happens. So yeah,
Beautiful.
that was a lot. Sorry.
No, I mean it's well needed. I was taking notes. I'm sure for homeowners, let's even make sure that we have all this done.
Yes.
For current homeowners, make sure you did all of this. Go
Make sure
back.
you have your title insurance. That's important. Make sure you have good insurance. I was just telling you a story. You know, I had a
Yeah.
pipe bust in my house. You know, almost 40 something $1,000 later, the insurance is covering all of it. All I paid was $1,000 deductible.
Beautiful.
Right. So it's so important for you. Don't penny pinch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one is, of course, do your research, but make sure that you're getting a good insurance to where if something happens in your home, you're protected.
Yes.
I wanted to also add another thing that I love to put in my offers for my buyers
Yep.
is I always try to get the seller, especially if it's a resale. I try to get, even if it's not a resale, I try to get them to pay for a home warranty,
Oh,
at least for 1 year. So the first year that they come into the house, they have a home warranty. If the microwave goes bad, the fridge, whatever, just little things that you don't think about, just
yes.
gives them a little peace of mind that if something was to happen, at
Mhm.
least they'll know that, they're covered.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So these steps apply to new homes
And resale. Yeah. Even if, oh, yeah, all the steps apply. Yeah. Even if you're doing a new home, the only difference sometimes with the new home, new construction, you're working with the builder. And sometimes the builders have really nice incentives.
yes.
So sometimes they'll give you rate buy downs. They'll give you 10,000, 20,000 towards features and all these different things. So a lot of times a new construction comes with some
Yep.
perks.
Yes. Good
Yeah.
perks.
Good perks. Yeah. we like good stuff.
Yes.
Give me.
So guys, make sure you check her Instagram page and TikTok. She's
Yeah.
always uploading videos, good content to educate you about home buying.
Yes.
Either you're already in a home already or you're in the process of buying a new one.
Yes.
So make sure you check that out.
Yeah.
Or you're thinking about buying.
You're thinking about buying, let's say you're renting and you're like, oh my God, I've been renting for so long, but I don't know my credit, da 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 da. Just reach out,
Yeah.
right? A lot of times, a lot of people think, oh my God, my credit is so bad. And their credit is not bad. You're like, girl, you're actually good. Because for FHA, which is usually a lot of first-time home buyers will qualify for FHA, which is a government loan, where
Yep.
you can get 3.5. You only have to put 3.5% down, right? A lot of times people think, oh my God, I have to put down 20%. You do not have to put down 20%. Even with a conventional loan, you don't have to put down 20%, right?
Yeah.
So if you think like 580 is what FHA requires, credit score 580 or above, of course, and then conventional is usually 620 or above. So the main thing, like I said, I will plug you in with good lenders who can walk you through and get you the best rate possible.
Beautiful. Thank
Yeah,
you. So I do want to ask a question,
it's
and
me.
with your, well, I'm curious on this one. Let's talk about mistakes,
Okay,
because this is where money, people, this is a huge investment.
absolutely,
People are
100%.
losing money
Yeah.
because of these mistakes. What
Mhm.
are some of the biggest mistakes you are seeing home buyers make today?
Number one, I'll say is not picking the right agent. Not picking the right agent could cost you money because if somebody, if you have an agent that cannot come on the phone,
Hmm.
now, not to say that your agent will pick up every single call, but if I call you
Hmm.
and you cannot answer, hit me a text me and say, I'm busy in the middle of something right now. Text me. I'll give you 30 minutes. I'll call you back an hour, whatever it is, because this is big financial decisions. So sometimes I see where you're contacting the agent, you're contacting the seller's agent, and they're not picking up the phone. They're not responding to text messages.
Mm.
I need I need you to pick up the phone because if somebody has an offer, now
Hmm.
you just miss that offer because you can't
Hmm.
pick up your phone. So number one, pick a good agent. Pick an agent that will really be there for you and be there to hold your hand through.
Got it.
Another part that I'm seeing is just make sure that they're also very knowledgeable, right? It's one thing to pick an agent, make sure that they're actually able to hold your hand through the process. I told you about the example earlier where the lady basically they ordered the inspection. The inspection came within their due diligence period,
Mhm.
which is within the 10 days.
Mhm.
But she did not reach out to the seller's agent until after the due diligence period. So, what does that mean? That means that buyer is going to lose their earnest money. Your earnest money is typically 1% of whatever your purchase price is.
Mhm.
So, let's say your purchase price is 500,000. That's $5,000 that you have just lost out on because your agent did not do what you are expecting them to do.
Hmm.
Right. So I was just on vacation with my children, and my due diligence was due on Friday the 10th. I was on the phone and I was on the phone before my due diligence was due because we had to get a hold of the HOA.
Mm.
HOA had to send us documents.
Mm.
So as soon as I got my inspection report, first of all, went over it with my buyer, contacted the seller, say, hey, this is what we need. Da 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 da. Are you responsible for this? Oh, you're not? Who is? HOA? Okay, what's their number?
Okay.
What's their email? We
Okay.
sent everything to HOA. And in HOAs, now I'm telling them my due diligence is up on Friday. I
Mm.
need to hear back
Mm.
before Friday so we know how we move. So
Mhm.
you need to make sure that there's communication, and some communications are hard, and some people don't like having hard conversations.
Ah.
So you have to make sure that sometimes you have to be able to have those hard conversations. Sometimes you got to have those hard conversations.
We'll talk.
So yeah. So anyway, those are kind of some of the mistakes that
Mm.
you have to make sure that your agent is able to stick with timeline deadlines, and you as the buyer needs to know what those timelines are as well.
Okay.
Right? Because now you've just given the seller money and they're going to move on. They're going to put their house back on the market and they just got $5,000 in their pocket if
For
the home
free.
was 500,000.
Wow. So, is there any occurrence or situation where those extensions, those deadlines can be extended?
Absolutely. But again, you have to get it in writing. So you reach out to the seller's agent and say, hey, my inspection report is taking too long. Can we
Mm.
do an amendment? I
Mm.
need to amend. Give me 4 extra days.
Mm.
Instead of making my due diligence 10 days, I need to extend it to 14 days.
Got
Get
it.
it in writing,
Got it.
get your buyer to sign it, send it over to the seller, let them sign it,
Got it.
right? And now they have to agree to it, of course, but at least you're still within your due diligence period. So if they don't agree,
Mm.
you can decide to back out and you still keep your earnest money.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does
Yeah.
make sense. We have questions coming in. For
Oh,
those joining us coming in, thank you so much for
hi. Thanks
being.
for the questions.
Yeah, thank you. Miss Joe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello. Say my name, Seti. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Nifty Fingers Cakes. Hey sis. Thank you for joining us. Love Life Max. Hey, Jumi. We see
Oh, hi,
you.
John. That's my
Awesome.
bell.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining. So, excellent points. Those were great, great points, insights, which leads me to this question from
Mhm.
Miss Joe. What do I look for in a good agent?
You already found one. Hello. Hey. No. No, Miss Joe, I'll say, talk to them, right? You have to make sure also that your energy matches their energy,
Mm,
right? Talk to them. Make sure that you all are on the same page.
mhm,
Let them understand what you want. What are you looking for? Right. First, you have to kind of maybe even have a good understanding of what you're looking for, and then tell them what your expectations are. How do you
mm,
like to communicate? Do
mm,
you like phone calls? Do you like text messages? When do you work? Do you work nights? And maybe most of the time you're going to be texting me is going to be early in the morning.
mhm,
Or is it that you like those late night calls or texts? Do you prefer emails? So have a
mm,
good understanding of what your communication is, what you like. That's number one. Number two,
mhm.
you could get a vibe from somebody and ask for referrals too. Like, hey, can I talk to any of your past, customers
Yeah.
or a few of your past buyers
Mhm.
and see what they have to say? Or even do you have any reviews and look at those reviews and see what it is that people have to say, right? So I would say probably those are the best things. Communication is the biggest thing for me. A lot of issues fall because of lack of communication, right? So I think if you have a good understanding of what you want, communicate that to your agent, and then make sure that they're listening, right?
Mm.
And you can kind of know if a person is listening or not. If you could ask them like, okay, so this is what I've stated, just make sure that you're actually interacting with them,
Yeah.
right? Make sure you can reach them. If you called them 4 times before they called you back, that's a sign, baby.
Red flags.
If y'all, I mean, for me, to me, it drives me crazy when I cannot, like, I'm calling, I'm texting, you're not responding. I can't, even if it's not a conversation that benefits me, even if it's not a good conversation, that, you want to tell me the house is not available anymore, whatever it is, just talk, communicate.
Communicate.
So I'll
Yeah.
say if you can go through communication, if your agent has a good communication style and your agent carries you through, make sure also that they're not frazzled. When they're easily frazzled,
Mhm.
because in this, you're gonna be frazzled. You're gonna be freaking out. You need somebody that can calm you down and say, baby, it's gonna be okay. Like, I'm
Yes.
really gonna hold your hand through this
Yes.
process. Right. I
Yes.
love this Instagram post where it's like 9 things that I do for my buyers or something like that. It was like some 9 things I do for my buyers. And then number one is like, pick me. And then the remaining 8 things, I got you. Like, you really just need somebody that can hold your hand through the process.
Mm.
It's a lot. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Joe, I hope that answers your question. But you already got the right agent. So
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Go,
you're
Miss Joe.
welcome.
Our contact information is in the description section of this video, and it's also on the chat, on the live chat. So please do well to call her. It's also displayed on the screen. Her phone number 404-548-2996. Her email address is also on the screen, and her website. Not every agent has a website. So that's another way you can check them out and validate your agents.
Yes.
Yes, and social media.
Yeah.
The social media pages will tell you so much about their personality also.
Yeah.
So do well to check those out. And again, a phone call.
Yeah.
Have a phone call, assess them, ask the right questions,
Yeah.
and see if you're gonna be a good fit for that individual. Then you
Absolutely.
proceed.
Yeah.
And you
And
proceed.
sometimes the conversation, sometimes you might not even know what a good question is. You're like, well, what is a good question? I don't even know what to ask. Just talk. Be like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And then see if they give you that peace of mind that you
Mm,
need, that they can walk you through this process.
yes.
So
Yes.
yeah.
So there's something people keep saying, and I keep hearing on
Okay.
the news,
Uh,
all over. The word on the street is that it's a buyer's market right now.
okay.
Can you explain to us what does that mean? Today is a buyer's market. Tomorrow is seller's market. Next tomorrow
Yeah.
is. Who knows? It can be Trump's market. So
I know. What up, man? No.
I mean, is that actually true? Is there
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
something, you know,
I think the good thing right now is it's a good and balanced market right now
okay.
is what we have. Atlanta is doing very well as far as the inventory. There's inventory out there, right? So if you
Okay.
are looking to buy in some areas, homes are flying off the shelf, like literally homes 3 days, whoop, gone, right? So if it's in an area where the school is really good,
Mm-hmm.
those homes are flying off the shelves quickly,
Awesome.
right? But now we have more inventory, so you have more to pick from
Mm-hmm.
as a buyer. So that's why a lot of people are saying it's a buyer's market. Is definitely leaning more towards a buyer's market, but it's very balanced where even sellers are benefiting too,
Mm.
right? So it's one of those, if you are in a hot area and you like the home, you love it, put your offer in,
Hmm.
because there are many people out there looking for homes right now, especially because it's springtime. It's a hot time to buy, right?
Mm.
So, like I tell people, if you love it, put in your offer.
Hmm.
Put in your offer, right? I had one where it was like they already had multiple offers, and I just tell my buyer, "Hey, look, we're going to go see this house. They already have multiple offers, so if you like it, you need to act." Right?
Hmm.
You need to act very quickly. And most of the time, in that case, you probably cannot come in at the asking, right? You
Mm.
need to probably maybe go a little bit over, or even if you come in at the asking, make sure everything else looks good. How many days are you asking for due diligence? All this, it just is the terms, the price, all of it goes hand in hand. But just to answer your question, it definitely is leaning towards a buyer's market, but it's not 100% a buyer's market. It's still close to balance.
So am I right to say, I mean, sorry, I'm a
No, no,
wealth
no,
coach.
you're good.
I'm an economist. So
Okay.
the way I see things, it might be a little bit different.
You're
So
good.
is it right to say that human behavior, how we are bidding for homes, also determines the prices of the houses?
No, not necessarily, because a lot of buyers are also very smart, right? They're going to look at the comps, right?
Okay.
We're going to look at comparables,
Because I'm
right? You're not
thinking,
just now, there's some homes that is kind of hard to have comparables, like especially when you go into those areas where there's a new house here and an old house, and so those kind of areas are a little bit more difficult. But then when you have an agent that's able to actually say, okay, this is a good price,
okay,
this is a good number to come in
okay,
at. So
okay.
you have to look at comparables. Anybody can list their house for anything. If you want to list your house, and you can list your house for $1 million, you can
That's
list
what
it.
I'm saying.
Does it mean anybody's gonna buy it? No. If it ain't
Okay.
worth a million, nobody's. So it's all about the comparables. And again,
Mhm,
remember in the beginning, I told you there's some appraisals. So you also
mhm.
have to think about the lenders are also gonna appraise this property,
Got it.
right? So you have to look at comparables. You have to make it make sense,
Mm.
right? And this is again where you have a good agent. For those who want to list their home,
Mhm.
you don't want to just overprice your home, because guess what's going to happen? It's going to sit on the market. And that buyer that loved your home, they're going to go somewhere else.
Good point.
Yeah, you can't overprice because you're in love with it.
Mhm.
And this is the way. No, babe, you can't. It
Okay.
has to let the numbers make sense. And
Mm.
then, you list accordingly.
That's why
And
you need a
that's
good agent.
strategy. That's really strategy too. A lot of people, they look at homes that are currently on the market,
Mhm.
and you want to be either you want to compete with that lowest one. Well,
Mm.
this is where strategy comes in, because then a lot of time, if your home is really nice, has everything, sometimes you can even get over asking, because you have to be strategic, right? So that's where picking a good agent. We
Good
make
agent.
strategic decisions when we're pricing your home. We're not going to price it based on emotions, right? But no, true. And for real, and some of the sellers too, you guys have to trust your agents, and you have to work with your agents to make so that way you sell your home and you sell it quickly, and then you can move on to the next level. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. We thank you. Great point. Great insights there.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another question by Miss Joe
Okay.
here. What are the steps in selling?
Get with a good agent, Miss Joe. Miss Joe, I've told you, you need to call me, Miss Joe. We need to talk. No, but Miss Jill, seriously, get with an agent that can do a home evaluation, right? So they'll come into your home and they'll evaluate your home, right? Before you even, my steps, I do my research before I even get to your front door, right? So I kind of already have an idea based on what I'm seeing in the neighborhood. And then I use all of that. I'm going to go over all that information with you. We'll take pictures, videos, everything. What do you need to do in your house to get it show ready, right? Is your home ready for people to come in and see it, right? So there are different strategies that you can use to play to ensure that your home is show ready and we get your home sold.
Awesome.
It's not as many steps. Your biggest step is contacting the right agent and then partnering to make sure. Okay, that's good. The question came up again. Yeah, so just to partner with that agent to make sure that your home is show ready and is well priced.
Awesome. Yes. So let's talk about money.
Money, money, money.
So what are mortgage rates looking like right now?
So as of today, I think the mortgage rate is, I think it was 6.16. As of today, the 30-year rate was 6.16. And I think the 15-year rate was like 5.6 or something like that. Again, you know, I love staying in my lane. So I'm not a loan officer and I don't act like it. However, I need to know what the rates are. I need to know what the market is looking like. Yeah. So, but that's what the rates are looking like right now. I always tell people, if you want to buy. The days of 3%, 4%, I don't know if we will ever get back there. Truly, none of us knows. Nobody knows, right? And even this 6.16 that it is as of today is better than what it was 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Right? I think it dropped by like 30 points in like the last 2 weeks. Right? It could change again tomorrow.
Yes.
If you want to purchase a home, if you see something that you absolutely love, this is what I'm telling people. Purchase. Okay? Purchase. If the rates go down to 4%, 2%, whatever, if the rates go down, then you can refinance at that point. Right? But right now, we have no idea what's going to happen with this rates. Is it going to stay at 6 for the next 2 years? Is it going to change in 1 year? Nobody knows. Nobody can answer that right now. So if you really love it, go for it.
I got you a client.
Oh, yay. Come on, Miss Joe. I'm ready. Let's go.
Reach out.
Let's go. Yeah. I mean, the thing is just, hey.
Yeah.
Let's go. Connect with somebody that's going to be there for you to hold your hand through it, no matter how long it takes, right? Whether you're selling or you're buying. Selling, we want to sell as quickly as we possibly can. But, you know, hey. Yeah.
So I want to joggle your memory a little bit. There was a post I saw on your Instagram. Share the strategy for current home buyers, where they can sell. Well, they can sell their property or not buy a new property without selling their old property and still have the property on the market.
Yeah. So it's something called, So it's something called a bridge loan. Again, we connect you with the lenders who offer those different programs, right? Because one thing I love about lenders is lenders always have different programs. They have different things, like different schemes and things. It's not schemes, but they got different things that is able to work, and we find one that works for you. But this is basically a bridge loan where you take equity out of your current home. You can use it as a down payment into your new home. Right. So instead of you having to tap into your savings and now you're like, oh my God, I have to pay my save. I have to pay this mortgage and I have this mortgage. I don't know when this house is going to sell. You pull equity out of your current home, use that to purchase your main home while your other home is still on the market. Beautiful. Again, we'll still need to be very strategic on that home that's on the market so we can get it to sell as quickly as we can. Right.
Are you guys taking notes? I am.
So it just depends on the area. Some areas are moving very fast and some areas, they're not moving as fast, but they're still pretty good. You have a lot of competition. So if you're coming on the market, you got to come correct.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to come correct.
You got to.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I put that down. I wanted to ask you to go help me explain this thing.
Yeah. So it's called a bridge loan. So we just have to get with a lender who's able to approve those. And there's so many other different programs out there that you can utilize. Yeah.
I think a well-informed agent is also a skill you need to look out for. Someone
Yes,
who is well informed, who is on
absolutely.
top of the information.
Yeah.
New things are coming out in the industry.
Absolutely. And also one that is not afraid to even ask, like calling the agent for heck, hey, this is the scenario, because there'll be times when some scenarios will come up and you're like, how in the world, what in the world? And
Mm,
this is where, again, get on the phone with those loan officers, because those are your partners. They're
yes.
really your partners in crime, because they too, they want to close the loan. They want to get to the closing table,
True.
right? So we work hand in hand to make sure that we get to that closing table. So
True.
yeah.
Thank you. So you mentioned PMI, the term PMI.
Yes. Oh, did I mention that? I wrote it down on my paper. I
Really?
wrote it down that I was gonna bring it up. I was like, did I mention PMI?
Yes,
Okay,
you
yeah.
did.
That's
For
important.
those who and an FHA as well.
Okay.
But can you explain what is PMI and
Yeah.
how can someone avoid it?
So PMI is it private mortgage insurance? I'm thinking the P. I'm thinking it's private. I can't remember what it is. But PMI is, I want to say it's private mortgage insurance, and it benefits the lender. It does not benefit you. And what that is basically like a lender is usually whenever you put less than 20% down on the home.
Okay.
Right. So a lot of times you see when you just put in 3% down, when you just put in. So that's a lot of times when you see that PMI. The PMI is a separate monthly payment that you're paying in the event that you default on the loan. It protects the lender.
Got it.
If you want to avoid paying PMI, there are a few things you can do, right? So one is you can either put 20% down. But who wants to put 20% down? Most people don't want to put 20% down. So then the other thing that you can do is, they'll tell you like, hey, if you pay the regular monthly payment of this PMI, then it's going to take you this amount of years to pay for it. You can either start paying more, so that way you can pay your PMI faster and eliminate that. Or, some people even, I had a lady who decided she wanted to take out of her Roth IRA, or one of them. She wanted to take some money out of that because the amount that she paid out of her Roth, as far as like her penalty, was still way less than if she kept a PMI for the amount of time that she had it.
Smart
So
move.
for her, it made a lot more sense for her to pull money out of there so that way she didn't have to deal with the PMI. So it just depends, right? Again, different strategies. You sit down, we'll figure out what works. And then if you're like, oh, I don't want to pull money out from anything, I don't mind paying it, but I want to put a plan together to pay it off sooner than you can, right? So if you wanted to, and even at the closing table, they have a closing calendar that'll tell you, okay, if you paid this much, then in 3 years you could be done with PMI, right? Like let's say you put down 10%. And so then this is the amount that is left over. If you paid this amount, then you'd be done with PMI. So just different strategies that you figure out which one works for you.
Okay.
But yeah, but PMI is not, it's not for us. It's for the lender.
For the lender. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
I want to switch gears on conversations a little bit.
Okay.
Career, business owners. So let's go down the career path.
Yay. Okay.
For those watching who are careers and interested in doing what you're doing professionally, maybe they're thinking about becoming a realtor.
Yeah.
Can you share your journey?
Yes.
What does it take to get licensed?
So, I think going into real estate has always been something for me too. That I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And, I had amazing people around me who are in the world of real estate. And I was like, okay, you know what? I can do it too. And I still have my, my own corporate career, what I'm doing. But then at the same time, I'm able to do this and offer. Of course, somebody's going to call.
Yeah.
And offer. Let me see if I can mute this.
She still had the corporate thing, her corporate job in IT, by the way.
Yes.
In IT.
Yes.
She likes money.
And I do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, your worth. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. Right? So I always tell, and for people to be like, oh my God, I am available for my clients, probably a little bit more than I need to be available for my clients. but I'm always available for my client. Then that's just kind of the love that I have, even with maintaining a full-time career,
Yep.
right? But I'm also blessed to where I work remote, right? So I'm able to kind of balance those
Yep.
two worlds, right? But that was something that I always wanted to do. So I decided, and I sat, and I remember somebody was telling me, like, when I started studying for the real estate license, and they were like, oh my God, maybe it'll take you a year. And I was like, a year? Why? Like, what in the world? But no, I refused for it to take me a year. So literally I started, like, it literally took me like 6 weeks to study, to finish my 75-hour, and then be ready to go take the actual state exam. So let me just walk you through a little bit. So in the state of Georgia, you have to take a 75-hour course.
Okay.
Right. So I would send Lola the different courses that I took. But what I did was I found a course that kind of just reads me the content. So that way I'm not sitting there reading every time, right? So I could be cooking in the kitchen and I'll just be playing it, right? But what's going? My 75 hours is ticking, right? Now, when you're done with the 75 hours, you have to take a test to show that you successfully understood what you read in that 75 hours, right? Now, imagine I'm walking, I'm cooking. So, of course, I'm not like paying full attention to every single thing. So once my 75-hour was done, and I think it took me like 3 to 4 weeks to finish my 75 hours. Once I was done, then I started studying.
For real, for real.
For real. Because now I got to take a test, right? And transparency, like the first time I took the test, for the 75-hour, this is not the main test. The first time I took the test, you need to get a 75. Girl, I got a 74.
Oh, you were close.
Girl, I was so heartbroken. I was like, oh my God, oh my
So many questions.
I think it was like 100 questions, something like that. I don't remember. So I got a 74. You know, it would have paid me more if it was a 69. You know, like it would have been better if it was like, oh, I totally bombed it. But really, a 74. So anyway, so the 75 course, it gives you 2 tries, right? You only have 2 tries. And then if you fail it the second time, you have to repeat the entire 75 hours. Who got time for that? No. So when I tell you, for like a week straight, like I was studying, like I would just do tests over and over and over. I'll do tests. I just kept testing myself. And then I took it again. I got like an 80 something. I was like, oh, hallelujah. So until you pass that course, then they give you the permission to go take the state exam.
Got it.
Yeah. So, but what that did, like me studying so much for that 75-hour, it prepared me for that state exam. Because by the time I got to that state exam, I think I don't even know how many times I took tests, because I literally just take the test over and over. And the way I get obsessed with things sometimes. When I start something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to finish this thing, you know? So anyway. But when I got to the test, there were even some questions while I was sitting there, because the actual state exam, I think, was like 135 questions.
Wow.
Which is actually better because it increases your percentage of passing because you have more questions. So I'd rather have more questions than less. But girl, there were times when I was just sitting there, I was like, oh God, what is this? You know, but truly, I really believe that it was a blessing in disguise for me to fail that first time. And it was even more of a kick in my butt that it was a 74. But I needed that 74 because I needed to take it seriously. I needed to take it seriously. So God does, you know, me and him have conversation. He knew what he was doing. So I needed it to be a 74. If it was a 69, I'd have been like, okay, you know. But because it was a 74, I literally missed it by 1 point. Like, really, are you kidding me? But yeah, so I studied, took test, and I took the exam, and on my first try, I passed it. Right? I've heard of people taking that test 8 times, 9 times, and not passing it. Right? So, guys, please, encouragement. I will give Coach Lola all of the different websites.
No problem.
Do the test over and over and over again. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to DM me. I promise you,
Yep.
I'm very approachable. I love to help people.
Yes.
I love education. I feel like the only limits that we put are the ones that we put on ourselves. There's nobody that can put a limit on you other than you putting a limit on yourself. So if it's something you want to do and you've been, whatever career you're in, nursing, IT, whatever it is, if you want to do it and it's something that's been on your to-do list for a long time, do it.
Do it.
Do it, do it, do it. It's absolutely worth it. It's very rewarding, and not even just looking at it for the money, but really just helping somebody like change their life and be able to, confidently get a home. That's the price. It's absolutely worth it. It's worth it.
Awesome.
Did I answer?
Yes. Awesome. So I do have a follow-up question to that. So after you got your license, you launched your business, and then did you have someone you were the mentor in the business who helped you along the way?
So I joined Mark Spain was who I joined, and it was, they kind of they throw you in there. You're busy, you have a lot of appointment, and you learn a lot. So I'll say it was a good learning opportunity for me where I went to. So they had good training, and they kind of planned me for different scenarios and different issues. I'm with a different broker right now. That's why my email says Hester Group. But yeah, to me, I don't mind asking people for help. I do not mind reaching out to people and saying, hey, are you looking for any mentees? Is there anybody that, so I think you just cannot be shy in asking for help. Just ask, right? Because all the person can say is no, and it's okay. It doesn't kill, So I read a lot. And I utilize AI because it's our best friend.
Yes, it's another. So thank you so much, Koyin. We could go on and on and on.
We really can.
So, but I would love to bring you back on.
Of course.
And it's been an hour. Wow.
I can't even believe it's an hour. Like what?
Yes.
How did that hour just go by that fast? That's awesome. Yeah.
It went by so fast.
It really did.
Guys, let's show some love to Lady K on the chat, in the comments. Let's show her some love. Give this video a thumbs up if it helps you. And do well to share. Her information is displayed on the screen, and it's also in the comment section. It's also gonna be in the description section as well. And you can always go back and rewatch this video. Yes. Rewatch. Follow her on all our social media platforms. DM her, like literally. She loves to help.
No,
have the information, she'll get it for you.
Yeah. And yes, that's another thing. Yes. We don't know everything, right? Who knows everything in this world?
Nobody.
Right? So, but it's always good to just know that you can. I'll get you what you need, and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Right. If it's something that I cannot answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So please, let's do well to make that move this year. Yay. If it's on your list of goals for this year to sell, to buy, make that move. This is the nudge you needed to take that step.
Yeah, get it done. Contact me. You need anything, whether you want to get into real estate, whether you want to buy, you want to sell, you want to invest, whatever your goals are, I make your goal my goal. So let's do it.
Awesome. So do you have any final tips or gems you'd love to just give us some bonus?
Just a little bonus. Okay, so let's see. Number one, I have my first time home buyer seminar is coming up April 23rd. I'm going to send Coach Lola that information. So please join. If you need just more details, I'm just going to kind of dive a little bit more into everything I'll be talking about. Yes. And then my little jara that I will give is my favorite Bible verse, and it's Jeremiah 29:11. And it basically says, like, the plans that I have for you are for good, are for peace, right? So just hold on to whatever it is that God has called you to do. Hold on to it and don't overthink.
Yes.
Just do it and know that he's gonna back you the whole way. Because if he has put it in your heart, he has already seen you doing it, and he's gonna give you everything that you need to get it done.
Yes.
Right? So God's plans for us is for greatness. So
Amen.
don't hold yourself back.
Amen.
Let's be great.
Awesome.
Yay.
What a powerful way to end today's live. Yes. Love life, Max. That's my favorite verse too. Beautiful.
Yes, that's why we're like this, bro.
Yes. I see the connection there. I think I need to do a collabo with you both. Love
Yes, yes,
me.
Juba.
Instant. Yeah. Real estate part two. We're gonna tag
Yes,
along on this live.
come on, come
So
on.
beautiful. Boomsy Creations. Thank you. They're all on.
Boom, boom.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. To everyone out there, thank you so much, and
Yes,
special thanks to you, Koyin.
thank you for making this happen.
Yes, yes.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for your time, for your wisdom, for all the
Always.
content you put out there. I know the work it takes, the amount of time it takes to put those things together. So
Yes, that's what we got to support each other. Like this is
we got
we're all
this.
in it together. We're
We
here
are.
together.
We're building together and
Yes.
doing it strong.
Yeah.
To everyone watching, either you're watching us live or you watch the replay, thank you for being here.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you so much. And I want to leave you with this. Wealth is not just about what you earn, it's about the decisions you make.
Yeah.
So make that conscious, intentional decision of doing better today.
Yeah.
You know, success is not going to happen by luck. You just have to make that phone call,
Yeah.
book that appointment. All her information again is in the description section. Her website, phone number, her Calendly link, everything. So let's make this year much better than prior years, and let's do it together.
Yes.
Uh,
Let's
uh,
do it.
let's do this, guys. Let's do
Let's
this.
do it. Let's
If
build
this,
some equity. Build some
yes,
renting don't give you equity. Let's build equity.
yes.
Let's build wealth.
Wealth creation. Wealth
Yes.
creation. One of the strategies of wealth creation is through property, home buying. Home buying, and not just buying any property, the right one.
Yes.
That's why a good agent is very important.
Absolutely.
If this conversation helped you, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, or who came to your mind when we're having this conversation. Anyone that came to your mind. It's gonna be live on YouTube. They can always go back and rewatch it. Subscribe, please, if you're yet to subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell so you never miss any of our weekly uploads. And drop your comments, drop your comments if there's another topic that interests you that you'd love for us to share on the next live.
Thank you.
Please drop it in in my DM, or you can just drop your comments in the comment section, and I'll do well to respond back to you. Thank you, Miss Joe. Beautiful,
Thanks,
awesome.
Miss Joe.
Here, yes, make that call. All right, guys. Thank you, Lady
Thank
K.
you. Mwah. Thank you so much.
All right, bye, guys. See
Bye.
ya.